Hi guys, welcome to today's video. My name is Larissa L and you are on my YouTube channel Parker Kate, where I feature beauty, lifestyle, and fashion videos. And in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to look good on camera using makeup artist tricks. I am a certified makeup artist, and I'm also going to be giving you some general tips on how to look really good even if you're not wearing makeup. So if you want to find out more, then please keep on watching. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with the base. And the base is basically probably what you've maybe been skipping out on if you're like me and haven't been wearing any makeup at all. Like I've been really bad with my skincare routine. But even though if you're on quarantine and no one is still really seeing you, your skin still needs the basics. So you still need to be applying moisturizer, washing your face, applying your anti-aging creams, because now that your skin has all this free time to breathe when you're off camera and you're not working, it's actually probably going to start working better for you than if you're just piling makeup on top of it. So with that being said, for my base today, I went in with the Silicone-Free Priming Moisturizer from Good Molecules. And then I went in under my eye area. This is the All About Eyes by Clinique. I will link those below if you're interested. So the reason why I like using multi-purpose base products or products in general is because not only does it save time, but if you're sitting in front of your computer like bare skin all day and then you get a notification that you have to hop on with like a FaceTime or a Zoom meeting with your client or your boss, you're going to want to maximize that 10 minutes by using products that are dual purpose. Okay, so now that your skin is prepped, you're going to want to go in with some sort of base. Now this doesn't have to be a full coverage base, because a lot of times you're on your phone, but you're using the camera that's facing you. And the camera that's facing you is not going to be the quality of the camera in the back of the phone. That's the one that's going to be like the high definition, like probably like this one right here. And a lot of people are even using their built-in webcams, and you know, the quality isn't going to be as crystal clear as it's going to be on a YouTube video. Which is why my recommendation is actually to use something that is very lightweight on the skin. That's still going to give you some coverage, but it's still going to make you look put together. So that's why I recommend using something along the lines of like a CC cream or like a light tinted moisturizer, or something that's very lightweight. Now obviously it all depends on you and what you're comfortable with. You need a lot more coverage than the average person, but then again, you probably don't. So if you don't want something like a CC cream, or you want just to use your regular foundation but you don't want to wear so much foundation, a trick is what you actually can do is take one pump of your foundation and one pump of your moisturizer and mix them together on the back of your hand, and that is basically your own tinted moisturizer at home. For today's base makeup, I'm just going to be using this CC cream by IT Cosmetics. The reason why I like it, it is skincare, SPF, anti-aging, primer, all that into one little tube, so it makes this really fast and convenient. I'm just going to go ahead with 1 to 2 pumps. Like, you don't really need a lot. And I'm just going to be applying a very thin layer to my face. Now, typically when you are applying foundation to your face, you actually want to start in the center of the face, focus most of the coverage there. I always start from the outside of my face and work my way in, because I have a lot more veining towards the outside of my face and I don't need as much coverage in the center. Now I'm going to go in with just a little bit more, because like I said, I need a tiny bit more coverage than the average person. Then I'm going to go in with a concealer. Usually I go in with this IT Cosmetics concealer. This is a waterproof concealer. I love this. I use this on all of my makeup clients, and it's a really good way to cover any heavy bags. So if you're somebody who's got a very, very pronounced bag, so a lot of blue tones under your skin or pink tones, if you want to neutralize them, this is definitely my top recommendation. This is called the Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer by IT Cosmetics. I'm in the color medium, or sometimes I do light, depends on which time of the year it is. So I'm just going to take the smallest amount of this because you really don't need a lot. And then the best way to apply it is I actually warm it up on the back of my hand. And then I just kind of dab it just in the center of my face, and then down just in some dark areas, and then I also go right in here and then on the outer corner of my eye, because this is where I find that you get a lot of darkness. Now again, this all depends on you and your skin type, but most people don't need a huge V. Also add a little bit onto the eyelids to act like an eyelid primer. So you basically just need to neutralize any of the zones where you have darkness, redness, or discoloration. You really don't need a lot of coverage. And then whatever's left over on the back of your hand, you can just spot conceal where you might get a little bit of redness. So I just get it a little bit around my nose. And then if you have any type of like blemishes or anything, go ahead and cover those up as well. Now once you place the concealer kind of in the inner corner of the eye and where you have discoloration, and then you can also pop some on the eyelids just to neutralize any blue tones that you may have for like veining and stuff. What we're going to do is just take our finger one last time and just do a final kind of press in to make sure that concealer is not going to settle on any fine lines before we set it. But if you want something that's a little bit more lightweight and natural looking, another really good one is this one by Dell 10. This is their T.C.E concealer. Now this one is a brightening, color correcting, skin nourishing concealer, and I really like the cap on this because it has that very cooling cap. Now this is not as full coverage as the IT Cosmetics, so if you want something that's a lot more lightweight and natural looking, that's going to benefit all types of skin, it doesn't even matter if it's mature, oily, or dry skin, this is a really good concealer to try out. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go in with this Refocus Illuminating Powder by Dell 10, and I know this is going to look like a skin tone color, but it's actually not. It's just the undertone in the powder. This is actually a translucent powder that can be used on anyone of different skin tones as far as my knowledge is. So I'm going to take this really big fluffy brush, swirl it around, and I'm just going to do a very light layer on my face and my neck just because I want to set my concealer and my foundation. Another reason why I like this powder is because it has the technology in it that it actually reflects light, and anything that is going to reflect light in it is going to make your skin look smooth and poreless. It's going to not accentuate, it's not going to accentuate any kind of like wrinkles or creasing that you might have. Then if you want to get the under eye area just a little bit more closely, go in with a smaller brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and set that. Now once that is done, go ahead and go in with a little spoolie if you have one, just to give your eyebrows a little bit of shape. And for eyebrows today, I'm going to be going in with this IT Cosmetics. This is their brow powder. One side is a spoolie, and then the other side is this very fine tip brow. Now you don't have to go ahead and fill in your eyebrows. I just like to because it makes me look and feel a little bit more put together. So I'm just going to actually go very lightly and follow my natural brows. Like I said, you really don't need a lot of stuff for brows. Just make sure that you're getting a little bit of shape and color or some definition. That's all you really need. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to eyes. And for eyes, I'm actually going to use some cream products just because it's super easy to blend out and really easy to work with. And you don't need a lot of colors. So I'm just going to go in with this Nude Sticks color. This is called Rustic Grotto, and it's like a rose gold. And I'm actually just going to focus this on the eyelid. So you don't need to be neat with this, just go ahead and kind of slop it on there. Then you can use your finger to blend it out, or you can use a brush. I'm just going to use my finger. Now if you stick to eye colors that are pretty neutral, so your browns, your bronzes, and your golds, it's going to be a lot easier to get ready, and it's going to be a lot less work. So I'm just going to take this brush and just kind of blend that up into the crease. Then I'm going to take the same cream eyeliner and just run it along the lower lash line. But I'm just going, ooh, that's sun, sorry about that. But I'm just going to take this smudger stick and just kind of blend that out. If you have time, or if you want to elevate this just a little bit, what you can do is go in with a dark brown color. So I'm going to go in with this matte brown. This one is called Maroond by, again, Nude Sticks. So I'm just going to pop this kind of on the outer corner of the eye and then up into the crease. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. Blend that outer corner, and then I'm going to blend it up into the crease and then diffuse it just a little bit. And then that way you get a little bit of dimension and depth. Okay, so that's eyes done with 2 cream products. And if you want, you can take the brown liner and line the upper and lower lash line. I'm somebody that needs black eyeliner. If you're somebody that's very natural looking, go ahead and do that. But I'm going to just take some black eyeliner and quickly run it across my upper lash line. Next, I'm going to go in with mascara. This is the Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Now, the reason why I like this mascara is because it really lengthens your natural eyelashes, but it also actually makes your eyeline look a lot thicker, which in turn will make your lashes look a lot fuller. Next step is to go ahead and add some color back into your face. I'm going to go in with this Hello Cheekbones bronzer by IT Cosmetics. I'm not going to be contouring, I'm going to be bronzing, because the difference is when you're bronzing, you're adding color. When you're contouring, you're adding structure. What I did is I just went in a 3. So what you're actually going to do with your bronzer is you're going to take it and you're going to start and you're going to cuff it under your cheekbone and like this, and then you're going to blend it out. And that's basically the backwards 3. Is you start along your hairline, right when you hit your ear under your cheekbone, you're going to drag it there. Then you're going to bring it back, follow the perimeter of your face, and then bring it underneath your jawline and then down. And this is just a really easy way to apply some color to your face and blend it out without actually contouring. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a little bronzer to my shoulders and my neck. You can leave it like this, or you can go ahead and pop on some blush. I'm going to go ahead and pop up some blush, and I'm just going to use a little bit of this coral. And the reason why you want to use like a corally pink blush is because it's going to look most natural on your skin, but it's going to make you look like you've eaten breakfast, even if you haven't. So I'm just going to apply these to the apples of my cheeks, a little bit on the sides of my forehead, and then on the bottom of my chin. That way it just looks more cohesive, but I'm not adding any extra powder when I'm applying it to the bottom of my chin and my temples. And the reason why is because I just want to take anything that's left over to give it a little bit of a light dusting. I'm going to go ahead and apply some chapstick, lip balm, lip gloss, whatever. You want to use something that's going to be hydrating and not matte. So the reason why I like this IT Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi lip balm is because what it actually does is it reacts to the pH balance or the levels in your lips, and it turns your lips their own natural shade of pink while still being moisturizing. So there we go. Now this color is going to look different on every single person, and it's kind of unique to you. And I like it because it's giving moisture at the same time that it's giving some color. Okay guys, so this is the finished makeup look. Again, using very easy products that makes you look like you have some color and some definition. Because that's what basically you want to do, is you want to make it look like that you slept. You want to make yourself look presentable. Now let's get into some tips that are going to make you look good no matter what you're doing. So my first tip is lighting. Now a lot of people do not have access to studio lights like YouTubers do, which is why I filmed this entire video in front of my window. So my window is actually facing me and the light is coming in towards me. And if I were to turn the camera around to the other side, you'd actually see shadowing. So lighting is so important and it's very key, especially when you're going to be on camera. So if you can go ahead and film or hop on your conference call or whatever and put the camera in front of the window so the camera is facing you and the light is coming in behind the camera, that's probably going to be your most ideal and flattering situation. Now, you can use natural lighting because that's probably what's going to work best, or kind of find light or cool tone lighting in your house, and yes, less yellow lighting. Yellow lighting is going to actually make you washed out and it's not going to be that attractive. Let's talk about posture and angling. So let's say I'm standing right now, but let's say I was sitting down. I would place my laptop or my phone or whatever I'm using, and I would place it on a surface where you can see my shoulders and up. And the reason why I want to place it on a surface that it's a little bit taller, or where I'm going to be able to see my shoulders and up, because that's going to be the most professional angle. Now, you don't want to be sitting on your couch or sitting somewhere where you're not going to have proper back support, because nothing looks worse on camera when you're like hunched over and it doesn't look very appeasing, or that you have like any confidence. So what you're going to want to do is make sure that you put your shoulders back, you have proper back support, and that it also makes you look really confident. And it makes you, you know, look like you're present and you're not at home, which most of us are. If I were to sit in a chair or couch, I'd make sure that I'd be sitting up straight and then having some kind of pillow or something behind me to support my back. I always want to make sure my shoulders are back and down, and then that way it also gives you like an air of confidence and it gives you proper seating posture. Now let's go back to talking about angles. Now, angles are really important. The most flattering angle is going to be straight on, because a lot of us are going to be using our phone or our laptop. Now, if you can, what you can do is use a stack of books or something that's going to basically elevate your phone or your laptop. That way you're going to get the best kind of angle. And if you're using a phone and you have the luxury of using a tripod, go ahead and make sure that it is, again, facing straight on, or that it's actually angled down a little bit towards you. So a little bit like this. And just that slight little angle down towards you is actually going to make you look a little bit narrower, especially in the filming process. Now, for the longest time I didn't have a tripod and I used to film on my phone. So I couldn't get my phone to stand up, like I didn't have a phone case. So what I did is I grabbed a mug. I threw lipstick or whatever you have in your mug, and then I threw this moisturizer in. And I just wanted to fill up the cup to where I could sit my phone in. Then grab a ribbon, a pillowcase, a sock, and kind of stuff that into the top. And what this is going to do is add support. So when you stick in your phone, if you don't have a case, it actually stays. And then that way you can have a conversation and just pile it on a stack of books and it won't move. And that's another great option if you don't have a tripod or something like that available to you. And then the last piece of advice is go ahead and make sure that you are dressed. And I mean, you don't have to be dressed all the way. Like, you can still have pajama pants on or whatever, because most of the time you're not going to be focusing on full body shots. So you can have whatever you want on. Please have some clothes on down below, but make sure the top is very appropriate. Make sure that what you're wearing is very appropriate to your business and your industry. Now, I have a blazer on and a black sweater, and then I have pajama pants on. So just think of it like a mullet. Party down below and business in the front. Even though it's a little bit different, but whatever, I just adapted it to this. Now guys, my very last tip is to actually be aware of your backgrounds. I know I have a messy bed right now and I'm probably going to hear it in the comments, but don't have things in view that are probably going to look messy or cluttered or embarrass you. Like having your bra in full view, or dirty cups, or laundry. Just make sure that your background is not going to distract from you, which is the focus. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's a little bit more vlog style, more current to the current events, and I hope that some of these tips, especially when it comes to makeup and how to film yourself or how to look presentable on camera, really did help you. So if you like this video, please don't forget to go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Bye!